Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 5. Pretty chilling intro music to start the episode with. This is one of the DLC cars, by the way, the Stealth Series or something. You have the Chrome line and the Stealth something, but I will not be using those cars. They were just part of the DLC that got unlocked. I will only use them once I actually buy those cars in-game to not mess up the game economy, because these are of course these are expensive cars. And yeah, it is just an unfair advantage if you just right from the start utilize those. I don't think you can sell them, I'm not sure actually. But we are going to continue the A-Spec career, the third tier in a much smaller car. We are doing a Mini Cooper or a Mini League. Let me quickly see how those cars are called. Here they are. Stealth model. So Chrome line, I think 5 cars and 5 car stealth model. Can you sell them? I doubt it. Nope. So in that sense, it doesn't really mess up the economy, but of course using them, normally you would have had to pay for it. For me, they just appeared in the garage. Looks pretty cool, although probably the original car that you can buy in-game, it can be just as cool. It's just a unique livery, so to say. That's basically all it is. And the fact that you get it for free, unless you had to pay for the DLC back in the day. We already selected the car. We are going with the Mini Cooper S, which I like. The styling is best from all the revisions. The further the Mini Cooper gets into its life cycle, with all the updates, the worse I like the design. It's only that first generation, or not the first generation, that's like the 60s car, the 70s, but the first version of the reimagination of the original car. So that's around early 2000 is the one I like. Everything after that they got bloated, they grew in size, the headlights, the tail lights, they all regressed. I find it not a nice car anymore now in 2024, but that first series was pretty okay. We are doing the Professional Series and starting with the Mini Challenge. It's only a one lap race or one race event, 3 laps. A contest to see who can push their Mini to the max. A challenging race over 3 laps of the Madrid city course for Mini owners. Here we go. Took that earlier car because it's a little bit lower performance point than the latest model. I think it was 2011 or something. Because that one had like 409 or something. We are at 390. So that we have a little bit of a challenge instead of having like really doing this race blindly. Like if you have like the most powerful car, obviously it will be pretty easy to win, I expect. So that's another benefit of this older one. And is also the original Mini here. No, I don't see it. Bit of slipstreaming. Right, I do find these corners a bit tricky, honestly. Don't really have a good handle on them yet, especially this one. I know it are two corners which are really similar, and then the last one, this one is really pretty, yeah, fucking hell, much tighter than the first one. They're like really similar corners in succession, a series of corners, only the later one is more tight. I do have to say that the car handles pretty good, and I also like it that it's a bit of a challenge. The first place car is quite quick. And again, it's so fun, these races. They're all so different in their classes, the type of cars, etc. Karting, NASCAR. We did previous episode Nurburg in wildly different cars, the 300 SL and the SLS Mercedes. Really, the variety is much better in this game than in modern. Holy shit. I thought I would hit him, but it went well. But the variety is so much better in this game. Than in modern Gran Turismo. Also these city tracks. I've been saying it continuously, I'm a broken record, but alright, I'm braking way too early. But these city tracks are so much more engaging than the wide open tracks of GT7. And also, yeah, it's subjective, but I like the graphics better, the color tone. I yesterday compared GT7 to GT5, some replays. And yes, it has fancier effects, but in this game the picture looks much more homogeneous. It's really like a believable color tone, while in screwed up that one. In GT7 it's sometimes there's much more detail, but it also looks more disconnected. Some cars are way oversaturated, I find. It just looks more like a game to me, how weirdly that may sound. I really find somehow... This just looks more realistic, more... to life. The color palette. Man, I'm really braking way too early over here. in the pocket. Let's quickly watch one lap of replay. Just because the replays also, in my view, are so much more enjoyable in this game than in modern Gran Turismo. Actually quite a lot of cars in the race. How many cars are there? I think 12, okay. Or not I think, it said 12. There are 12 cars on track. It is also just the camera angles in the replays that are, I think, better than in GT7. And just those city tracks themselves, so much more engaging than those boring, mile-wide modern tracks. This one is in the pocket. I have to do a very quick sanitary stop. Gonna do that now. We'll be back in a sec. Alright, we are doing the muscle car championship. It looks to be like modern muscle cars, and we just won one from the special event, so we can use that one, I guess. Yeah, although it was a bit older one, it was a Corvette C5 or something. A race event for American cars, only power your way through the US's toughest tracks in high-powered muscle cars. Alright, Daytona, but then the full road course, I guess it's called. And Laguna Seca. No limitations except country. And the cars, holy shit, they're high. It's all 520, 530. But also older cars, like an old Corvette Stingray with 590 performance points. So they must be Tunes, Chevrolet Camaro, Ford Mustang, Cobra, Dodge Viper GTS, Chevrolet Camaro 97, Z28, Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport. I think that's the one that we may have. Ford Mustang GT, Chevrolet Corvette C5, or maybe that's the one we have, I don't know. Chevrolet Corvette Camaro IROC Z Concept. Yeah, that one is epic. That's from Mask. That was a cartoon series back in the day, a flying car. I really have that association with it. Super cool car. Dodge Viper GTS 02, and the other one was 99, or a Dodge SRT 403. Alright, what? I'm quickly googling that one. I guess that is a Challenger maybe? SRT4. I know, it's a Dodge Neon or something. 2003. Yeah, I really like it. It's like a regular car again. And a Challenger, I always mix it up. Is that a Dodge? Yes. Alright, 520 around it. What did we have? So I will not be using the Cobra because it's a DLC car. I will really buy it. This is also DLC. Then we have the old Camaro Z28, which we already used. And this is the car that we won recently. Ah, it's actually a premium car. I was not aware of that. And what's the PP? Where the hell is it? I always overlook it. 502. Yes, we are going with this one. So it is not the most powerful, so that's it provides a bit of a challenge. But it's a premium car. I don't really like the styling with that hard top. I like the coupe with the longer rear glass much better. The more the more shallow angle of the trunk, so to say, glass. For me, the C6 is my favorite Corvette. But I think this is a perfectly fine one. We won it fair and square, so it's part of the game economy. And then over here, this one, I don't even know. I think we won it, or I may have bought it. I think we won it. But these are all pretty old. This one has a lot of PP, by the way, 538. But yeah, we are going with this one. This one totally fits the bill. And each car that we take, we're gonna read the description, we're gonna drive it, and once done, I'm gonna mark it with the favorite icon. So we know that we already used that car. So this is a 393 horsepower car from 2004. Pretty powerful actually. Can we sell it? Man, you hardly get any money from it. Not that I want to sell it, because I want to collect all the cars. But just curious. Alright, so the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 C5. I find it weird. What does C06 mean? You also have the C6 Z06. I don't know. Let me quickly Google that, because it's confusing. Why wouldn't this be the CO5? Why is this the CO6? CO6 designation. In 1963, the CO6 code signifies a racing package that included finned aluminum drum brakes, a beefed up suspension, and a 36.5 gallon gas tank. The new Z06 starts with a more powerful version of the Corvette LS1 V8 engine. Alright, so it's just a sport model. Or an options package. Alright, and then the ZR1 is the top model, I guess. Anywho, after enthralling American sports car enthusiasts. Now, by the way, let me quickly check what kind of models are there then of the C5. So we do Corvette C5 models. One moment. Overview. Alright, I think you just have the regular C5, which 345 horsepower, 350. I guess. Man, this is a long article. Then you have the Z06 and the C5R. What's that? A race car. You have special editions. There are multiple special editions. But the C06, a successor to the ZR1, made its debut in 2001 as the C06. So it's actually equivalent to the ZR1, I guess, but for a different model year. Given a nod to the high-performance C06 version of the C2 Corvette of the 1960s. The C06 used a tuned version of the standard LS1 engine, and it went from 350 to 385 or so. Alright, but is there then also C5ZR1? I don't think so, I guess. Why was there no C5ZR1? C4, C6 and C7 all got a ZR1, but does the C6 also have a C06? So we do C6, Z06. How much horsepower does the C6 Z06 has? Yeah, so that is really confusing. The C06 of the C5 was the successor of the ZR1 in the C4 series and the C2. But then the C6 has a ZR1 version again, but also a Z06 version, I guess. Or maybe not. Production variants includes the Z06, the ZR1, and the Grand Sport and 427. Alright, so then we do C6 Z06 versus ZR1. Probably the ZR1 is just a slight tier above Z06. Why is the C6 Z06 special? 500 horsepower. The Z06 needs 3.6 seconds, I guess, to 1 till 60. ZR1 3.4. Alright, so the Z06, one moment. I'm not gonna open sites that have annoying cookie pop-ups. Anyways, it's super confusing designation, I find. After enthralling American sports car enthusiasts with the original C5 open-air Corvettes, Chevrolet decided to add a hardtop version to the mix in 1998. This car was a pure performance car as it made full use of the greater body rigidity supplied by the fixed roof. So you cannot remove this hardtop, or can you? Included in the Z51 handling package. Alright, so now we not only have a Z06 package, but a Z51 handling package. was the fixed roof and the manual transmission, which made the Corvette's performance on par with European exotics, costing thousands more. Even more impressive was the fact that this new hardtop was priced lower than the standard Corvettes. The car proved so popular that in 2001 a new 380 horsepower LS6 V8, an improved version of the LS1, was dropped into the engine bay. The car was designated the Z06, named after the racing package option code for the C2 Corvette. So in the C5 you first had the Z51 package and then a Z06 package, I guess. God damn it. The new Z06 also received a titanium exhaust system, very unusual at the time for a production car, a more aggressive wheel alignment and numerous reinforced suspension components. It came with a manual transmission only. As the years passed, the Z06 became meaner and meaner, with engine output up to 399 horsepower in 2002 and 405 horsepower for 2004. Achieving over 394 horsepower in a normally aspirated small block V8 was unprecedented, and it made this relatively high volume Corvette one of the fastest production cars in the world, putting America back on the world sports car map. Alright, sorry for that sidestep into Corvette models, but one more thing I would like to check. Then what is the Z51 designation? Is that only for this C5? Or is that also a throwback to the past, just like the Z06 designation? So we do Z51 designation. What does C51 stand for? Where Stingray is the standard Corvette specification. I was not aware of that. Think of Z51 as a sport package which readies the car for track use and hard driving. What do the Corvette codes Z51, Z06 and ZR1 mean? Z51 is an option package. It's not a model. Alright. And I think the Z06 is more of a model, so to say. Harness that incredible power to become #1 in the world of muscle car racing. Event information, a race event for American cars only. Power your way through the US toughest tracks in high-powered muscle machines. Pretty cool sounds. And indeed very happy to step out the rear. This could be a challenging race, because we are not the fastest car on the grid. Pretty funny, in GT7 I played this track recently quite a bit in a Porsche Le Mans prototype car. Which is totally different than this car. Man, this is fun driving without traction control. I'm a little bit afraid that I will not have the top speed. And I'm also afraid that that car all the way at the left top of the screen is not the first place car, but that are actually cars, or maybe it is. Right, we have great top speed actually. Holy shit, there's a wall here. It's not in the Gran Turismo 7 version. The car handles really fun. It's twitchy at the rear, but to a certain extent predictable and recoverable. Right, we got a great car because our top speed is amazing. God damn it, we're fast. Right, now it's all about... this is what I was afraid of. Learning the braking points. Here, fuck my life. I'm braking where I don't need to. I'm braking too much over there. But now we're in the clear. I see that Mustang in the rear view mirror, but we have, on the straight we are much quicker. I have no idea where the braking point is over here, so I can still very easily screw it up. Because in GT7 there are brake markers at the side of the fencing, which are not here. So it's really hard to gauge the braking points. Unless I overlook them. Could be that they're there and I just don't see them. Also the braking point over here. Really tricky. I'm just gonna take it. A bit safe. Don't step on the power while you have steering angle in this car. Not even half power. It's all about feathering the throttle just right. Fun car, fun race, not too hard, we're making a bit of progress. Right, I'm doing the head up, the pop-up headlights. Alright, this corner I'm really just braking by feel, so to say. There's no exact moment whatsoever. And again, such a different race than, for example, that city race in the Mini. So much variety. And there we go. I think it's only 3 laps. Woohoo! Alright, that went much faster and smoother than I expected. Let's watch one lap of replay. Alright, a bit of slowdown I think in the replay. Lots of action going on the screen. Pretty, I do think in this, this game came out in 2010 or so. I do think the C6 was already out at the time. This was not the latest Corvette model when the game released. This really is a 90s car, so to say, I guess. Early 2000s, late 90s. But now I'm curious, so they have a hard top. Normally a hard top, what I understand is it is detachable, so you have a coupe and you can just put a hard top on it. You have a convertible, and you can also, instead of the linen roof, the soft roof, you can put on a hard top, but it's still a cabriolet. So now I wonder, is the C5 also available as a coupe? So not a hard top. Yes, it is. At least I forgot. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a fan drawing. Looks like there's only a hard top. Or maybe not. Wait. C5 Coupe versus C5 CO6. We are driving the CO6. What looks better regarding the rear glass of the C5 Coupes and the C5 CO6? Some people hate how abrupt and fat the CO6 rear looks, and I found some people saying that the coupe has a really long look. What do you guys think? Yeah, I totally agree. The coupe is, there is a coupe, and it's much better lined. Apparently many people like the CO6 look, the hardtop look. But that's not me. In the pockets. So I do think maybe, sorry, I have a lot of curiosity today. Is C5Z06 hard top detachable? Does the Z06 have a removable top? Fixed roof coupe. The coupe has a removable roof panel and the Z06 has a fixed roof, non-removable panel. Unless it was an early 06 or 07. No, No, that's maybe another, that's the C7. The fixed roof coupe started in 1999. All 1997s had a removable roof panel. C5C06 with removable hardtop. I was wondering if only regular C5s had a removable hardtop or if the Z06 was also available with tops, with T-tops or removable hardtop. C5 Z06 was hardtop only. Factory C5 Z06 only came as a fixed roof coupe, which means no targa option. It is actually a different body style than the coupe, unlike the C6 Z06, which pretty much shares the same shape as its coupe counterparts. Alright, so I do think that the regular C5 had like a detachable roof panel, like the regular coupe, like with the less steep, with the longer rear window panel. Then you have the regular C5, which is convertible with a soft top, and then you had the Z06 C5, which had a hardtop, but a non-removable hardtop. So again, it's super confusing because hardtop for me is just something that you can put on a convertible or a cabriolet car in the winter to insulate it better, etc. But you can still remove the hardtop. The hardtop in the C06 C5 is non-removable, I guess. Alright, we're going to Laguna Seca, 5 laps. Here we go. That is that, I forgot the name, but that Pontiac, I think it is in France, that red one from the game Mask, or the cartoon, and the toys that I played with as a child. Alright, I do have to remember that we have less benefit of a high top speed on this track. Man, there are really predictable slides in this car. It's really fun. Oops, sorry, my bad. I always find this corner super tricky. This one as well, to a certain extent. Alright, we have 5 laps. Hopefully enough to catch that car over there. Only problem is I have no idea where to brake over here. Although this seems to be pretty okay. God damn it. I'm battling a bit of understeer here. Screwing up that corner, well, it's a very important corner. Right, we're gaining a bit. Right, again, I'm screwing it up in this corner. Fuck my life. We need to brake earlier over there if we are approaching faster. I've got a little power earlier over here as well. God damn it. Would be nice to take this corner better as well for a change. I'm braking there, I'm not even sure whether that's needed. Short shifting up. And we're taking the inside. Oh shit. Now let's brake a little bit earlier over here. Actually braked more or less at the same moment I did before, but we were approaching slower, so it was enough. Nope, fucking hell, man. Again, I'm braking at the same moment I did before. Nope. Oh my god. But I am approaching faster, so I need to adjust the braking points for that. You really have to steer in late over there in that corner. If you steer in too early, you have to correct mid-corner. I find, especially if you get on the power too enthusiastically. I do think there may be a little bit something up with the lighting. It's a little bit overexposed, it seems. Let's just attribute that to a sunny day in California, or wherever this track is. Alright, turn in later than you would expect here. Again, I'm turning in too early, so I have to correct mid-cornering, which is not what you want. Right, overall this car handles 10 times better than I would have expected from a fast Corvettes of the 90s. Went totally fine. Alright, let's watch a bit of replay. In the meantime, I do a very quick sanitary stop. I would like to see that. I am not going to look at the insides because I want to keep that. Oh, there, I don't even think there is an inside. It's a normal car. There's no cockpit. But I always forget the name. It's the Chevrolet Camaro. I thought it was a Pontiac, but it's actually this one, the I-Z. And it says something else. Concept or something. Anyways, really cool car. Again, amazing field. Amazing field of cars. American muscle. Although there's one car, yeah, it's an SHO, so maybe that is a sport designation. It doesn't really look like a muscle car. So we do Ford SHO. Super high outputs. Alright, how much horsepower does it have? Twin turbocharged EcoBoost V6. We have a 2005 model, which is really weird, because here it says that the third generation runs to 1999 and the fourth generation from 2010. Ah, no, I was overlooking it. We are 1998. So this is a third generation. 3.4 liter S8 super high output V8. So how much is that output? ...235 horsepower. Alright, doesn't really sound that super high output to me. Chevrolet Camaro 1988, that IROC, that was a concept, but it did go into production, right? So we do Camaro 1998. Ah, that's a totally different one, and then we do the IROC designation. 1998 Camaro IROC Z. No, that's a totally different car. Then we do concept. Yeah, that concept is the car from Mask. Because the actual production version of the Camaro in that fourth generation is pretty ugly. Yeah, I really don't like the styling of that one. So then we do third generation. We do Camaro third gen. Yeah, so it's basically that IROC Z concept, I guess, for the fourth generation. Is basically an evolution of the third generation. And the third generation Camaro, that is the car of Mask, which... Ah no, this is 1988. Yeah, that concept was just for the third generation. And that third generation, but then it's, I did 1998 Camaro, but the car is actually, alright, now I'm confused. What year was that car from? Yeah, 1988, alright, so again, I typed in the wrong year. It's just the third generation Camaro, which looks really cool, I find. Especially compared to the fourth generation, which is a big step down. We are going to do the Supercar Festival. High Speed Ring, Daytona, Oval, Nurburgring, Grand Prix layouts. No limitations. Holy shit, that's a lot. Everybody has like around 580 to 600 pp. McLaren F1. Nissan GT1. TVR Sibera Speed 12. Tommy Carrera ZZ2. Volkswagen W12, Jaguar XJ220, Pagani Zonda, Enzo Ferrari, Cadillac Sienne, Pagani Zonda C12, and the other one was a C12S, Dodge Viper SRT10 ACR. Man, I'm too curious, sorry. I'm just... one last thing, or no, probably not the last thing, but that I'm looking up. Dodge ACR abbreviation. American Club Racing. It's a package on the Viper. Alright, and then the Ford GT06. So it's basically really high performance cars. It could be a good moment to buy an expensive car and empty our wallet a bit. I think we have too much money. Alright, let's sort by performance points. Alright, this one I will not use all the stealth cars, etc. because they were free. We could just enter a NASCAR. This is all DLC cars. This one we already used. DLC. Yeah, and then we are really getting too low into the PP. But we do have that CLK LM, but that one is overpowered, 677 PP. This one, nope. And for the rest, it's a little bit too low. So we are going to hunt for a new car. And it was 580 to 600, right? Yeah, to 620 even. But so I want something around 570, 550. Just to have a bit of challenge, although it may become very difficult on Daytona if I just don't have the raw power. In tracks with corners, we can still win, even in an underpowered car. So the Nurburg ring should not be a problem, although we are only doing the GP layout. But on ovals, it can be a problem. But yeah, then we will just try and slipstream our way through. Right, we got a Challenger SRT8. And again, there are so many abbreviations, it's super annoying. So we do ACR is American Club Racing. And SRT, Street and Racing Technology. Which is not only for Dodge, but also for Jeep and Chrysler. Which are all part of the I don't know actually. Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler. Which manufacturer is that? It are brands under a manufacturer, I assume. Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, owner, Stellantis. Alright, whatever. It's a pity that it's not one of those cool old school American production companies anymore that owns those brands, like General Motors or whatever. Stellantis, it seems like some multinational sneaky private equity investment company diversified fund thingy. So I really don't like it that those iconic brands are just part of a group that probably does not have the true benefits of car lovers in mind. It's just all about money, money, money. Anywho, we are looking for a car. Let's first check over here. I do prefer a premium car, of course, because those have cockpits. Corvette C1 convertible. Pretty cool. That's for later. Sorry, one more time. It does have some jaggies on the windscreen. But yeah, these are probably cars that are straight ported over from GT4. And considering that, it's pretty cool. The exhaust in the bodywork, but considering that, it's actually yeah, it still looks pretty good if you ask me. Alright, I'm just looking at PP 2J race car. That's too powerful. That's the really weird one with the fan at the back for the ground effect. What's this? SC430 Lexus. Alright. RX-7. Cool car, always. Chrysler 300C. FTO GPX Mitsubishi. Ah, the brand is just over there. I totally overlook the brand itself. Yeah, we could go with a Movo 1 NSX. Which is a pretty cool car, but it's really a race car. I don't really want to be in a race car if there are also road cars as competitors. Are it mostly race cars? No, the Pagani Zonda is not necessarily a race car. Jaguar XJ220 neither. Volkswagen not, McLaren not. Yeah, there's a GT1. Ah, that's the road car. Yeah, they're basically road cars, I would say. So we are not going to go with a race car. So something around 550, 575. Preferably 550 for the challenge. I think this is a one-off of the Glickenhaus guy. Ah no, this is for a Japanese guy. Here, the 430 Scuderia. We will be underpowered, but it's, I think, a pretty epic screaming car. Or we do the 458 Italia, but I really, from this moment onwards, I don't like cars just from the last decade. I don't like them anymore. They look too plasticky. Here, that early 2000 cars, those were still cool, but there, I think 2010 for me is the shut-off point of cool cars. Same goes for Formula 1. After 2010, Formula 1 is just boring nowadays compared to the older cars, if you ask me. Alright, I'm gonna see how far we get with the Scuderia. We will be severely underpowered, but especially on Daytona. So maybe we have to buy a gearbox to have some longer gearing. I don't know. Let's just go with it. I think this car has a pretty big cult following. Lots of people like this car, me included. I don't really like the styling necessarily, but the screaming, the whole concept of this car, lightweight, screaming V8 in the back. Ah, no, this is the 430. I actually wanted it, I think, the 360 Scuderia. Ah, whatever. We now already bought it. I doubt whether we will be competitive, but we will see. We are really, compared to the top cars, we are 70 performance points below. But that's really quite a lot. Ah, that's what I was asking myself. Is the old Mini also still in the game? And then I saw the production year and I thought like 1998, that must be the new one. But apparently the old one was produced all the way up to 1998. That's crazy. So it is in the game. Nice. Yeah, epic car, this as well. Curious about the sound in this car. The Corvette, previous car, had a pretty okay sound, I found. Hopefully this one as well. Right, we keep it fully stock. We will be driving against a ZR1. A Yellowbird. Ah, that car is also in the game. So many cool cars. A V8, the XJ220 I'm a little bit worried about. RGT, I think that's a rough. Gran Turismo S, is that a Maserati, I guess? 430, that's us. Corvette CO6 C5, that's the car we've driven previously. Miura P400s, right, that one is way too old. SLS AMG, we used that 2 episodes ago in the AMG Driving Academy. Pretty cool car. Interceptor, way too old car. It's a Jensen. And then we have the V16T. What was that again? Is that the Bugatti? One moment. Yeah, I think that's the Bugatti. With a crazy amount of cylinders. Ah, no, I forgot. It's a C16. But you also Bugatti EB 110, I think. How many cylinders? Ah, only a V12. But it's a turbocharged V12. Here we go. So that V16 is not the Bugatti, but the CZ now. Alright, sound is a little bit disappointing. But the cockpit... cockpit looks pretty good, I find. We don't have the raw speed, it seems. Holy shit, overdid it. I do think the car handles quite well. That's also its selling points. V8 in the back. Ah, wait, I am really over braking here because somehow I have the feeling that we were in deep forest or Grand Valley, but we're not. we are pretty competitive, I have to say. Although that Porsche really is driving away. And the XJ 220 is now coming along. I'm blocking him. God damn it. God damn it. That Porsche is crazy quick. But let's try it anyways. How are we gonna do that? On Daytona. Damn it. Oops, my mistake. Sorry. About not letting the Porsche getting away, but he is already a goner. I don't see how I can win this, honestly. maybe it's possible to win. I don't know. I will give it a couple more shots, but honestly, that rough seems to be on another level, which is weird because it's a much older car. I know it's light, I know it is powerful, but still, should it be that much quicker than a 430 Scuderia? Also, of course, me learning the track. Only can get into its slipstream. I do think I can catch him in that corner. Too little braking over there. My bad. I don't know how many laps it is. If it's only 3 laps, it will be really hard to catch him. It's not like he's getting away. We are keeping up, but right, I don't know what to do. Tuning the car or buying a faster car sometimes feels a bit like cheating. On the other hand, I do have a pretty underpowered car. So let's see how much PP that rough has. So we do GT5 yellow birds. 526. That is super low. So why are we not possible to here? We have more performance points than that rough. We could put on medium racing tires, then or medium sports tires. We will probably for sure win then. Alright, let's just give it another try. 1 or 2. I think I really need to catch him all at the start. Or maybe now we can get a slipstream from the XJ220. And then get closer. Yes, we can actually. Nice. Nice! Fucking hell. Alright, so it is possible to win for sure. I just screwed up that braking point. Right, he helped me out. Thank you very much for that. Otherwise, I would have spun out. Right, but it's going to be tricky keeping him behind me. But this is what fun racing is all about. A challenge. in the pockets. I thought we had another lap to do, but I was basically looking as much in my rear view mirror as looking to the front. Here, this is what I really like. A little bit underpowered car and then having a tense race and still winning. But it's weird how that Porsche is so much quicker with lower performance points. So it was all about the slipstream. I really have to keep that in mind, that there are really strategies to win. Let the XJ220 overtake you, or let him stay in front and make use of its higher top speed. Here, check it out. It's not like I was overshooting my braking points, but it's not like the rough doesn't have any grip or anything. It's super fast, and yes, it's tricky to drive, but if you can master it. Alright, he really helped me out there. Thank you very much. I mean, it's not something that I did, like I didn't bump into him, he bumped into me. So I find it a fair bit of luck that is acceptable to win with. It's not like I was cheating. Man, that yellow bird really has a mythical status, I find. Alright, this episode is already very long, but let's see if we can do all races in this episode. And in this car. I forgot to read the description, by the way, we still have to do that. Let's do that at the end. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this one, honestly. Only one way to find out, but I think we just don't have the top speed. So I am staying behind the XJ220, but even then I will just hit the rev limiter. And then he will just drive off. Ah, now there's also that CZ. I don't see a rough, unless that's the white one is also a rough, I don't know. Right, I need a slipstream. This is not gonna work, I'm afraid. That's crazy. Even slower cars are overtaking me. Why is that? I don't understand. Why is this car so slow? I mean, it's light. Does it have too much aero? Can we change the aero? Remove all the downforce. We don't. Weight 1350. Standard ECU. We have a power limiter. But that is all default on this car apparently. I didn't buy it. Alright, intake, doesn't matter. Turbo, exhaust, transmission. Can we do standards? We cannot adjust it. Drivetrain, standards. We have a brake controller. Tires doesn't really matter. So we cannot adjust the downforce, which is a bit weird, I find. Probably you have to buy a wing for that. Alright, I don't see the rough, but I do see a BTR 86. Is that the Yellowbirds, I wonder? 1 second. The Yellowbird is 1987. It's a rough CTR. The other one that we see in the field is a BTR. That's an 86, so the rough can be after it. Alright, so we do Yellowbirds. We do BTR 1986 versus Yellowbirds. Rough BTR 86 versus CTR Yellowbird 87. If you are trying to get around the track faster, you're going to want the BTR. It takes massive concentration and skill to tame the Yellowbirds. They're both awesome. Alright, but what is the output? Rough CTR and BTR dyno results. Alright, there's a guy who had the opportunity while restoring some to dyno them. 1979 chassis. That's BTR3 Motronic, 1991. So it are modernized BTRs, so it's not really representative. I'm almost done. I'm just looking the whatever. All right, let's just look at Wikipedia. So the Yellowbird has 470 or 70 horsepower. And then we do a rough 1986 BTR wiki. Which ran actually in 1983 to 1989. But that one has oh my god, why does it fucking show? Here. The power output, 374 horsepower. Yeah, so basically, I think it's power-wise the same as the Yellowbirds. Alright, I think we have a problem on our hands here. Or I will let other cars overtake me and I will slipstream. But they're too quick, that's the problem. I cannot hook up. They're just a goner. Now I'm already too late. Trying to stay in his slipstream, but it's just not working. Let's bump each other forwards. Not really helping. It's also not like I'm hitting the ref limiter, it's just we're running out of... I don't know. Why is this car not quick enough compared to a regular old Vantage behind us? It's really, really weird. Maybe I need a bump from that McLaren. Although now we are at least a bit closer. Now you see, this is the problem. I will just hit my ref limiter. Alright, nice. Here, there's another. Fucking hell. There was another 430, pretty sure. Nope, I don't think this is gonna work. Holy shit, check out the first place car. He's all up front by himself. The 3 cars you see over there are not even the first 3. First place car is like half a lap in front or a quarter lap. Alright, without bumping up the horsepower, I do find adjustment of the gearing, I don't find that really cheating, like just making it extremely powerful and winning blindly. So let's just see if that helps a bit, although I doubt it, because that first place car really was incredibly quick. We are going to the tuning shop. We are going to buy a transmission. Pretty expensive. This is a special service that allows you to freely change the gear ratios of all the gears in your transmission. Once purchased, you can change your gear ratios as many times as you like. We have 491 horsepower, 491, that should be enough, right? In a light car, I don't understand. Alright, our speed is 326 when we hit the limiter. Gear ratio. The power produced by the engine is converted by the transmission to a workable speed before being transmitted to the wheels. The degree of change applied is dictated by the gear ratio. Manual adjustment. It is recommended that beginners don't dive in and start changing all the gear ratios individually. Try making adjustment to the max speed setting first. This allows you to dictate generally where your engine power is focused more on providing maximum speeds. Whether your engine power is focused more on providing maximum speed or maximum acceleration. The higher the value for this setting, the higher your top speed will be, but your ability to accelerate quickly will be negatively affected. Conversely, the smaller the value, the better your acceleration will be, but the lower your top speed will become. Adjust this to suit the track you will be driving on. When adjusting each gear individually, you will generally want to bring your gear ratios as close together as possible. The closer the gear ratios of adjacent gears, the easier it will be to stay within the engine's power band, the RPM at which it generates maximum torque. This maximizes acceleration, but care needs to be taken as depending on the relationship with the final gear, it can become easier to over rev when changing down the gear. Right. Let's just do the top speed. So we want it to be 330. Should that be enough? Yes, I think it should. Now it's 336. Alright, whatever. Here we go. Right, we have a new field. Nice little bump. Thank you very much. I'm still hitting the limiter. Holy shit, what car is that? Crazy car. It's not gonna work. Fucking hell. Fuck me, we need more top speeds. Pretty crazy. This car cannot even reach that top speed normally, but yeah, of course, we are in the slipstream. That makes a difference. So it did feel better with longer gearing. Nice, I need that bump. But are we in the correct RPM and power band range, I wonder? I'm still hitting the rev limiter. That's crazy. What's up? Nice. God damn it. Alright, I don't know what to do. We could put another 10 kilometers on the gearing, but I do think it's possible. Then the question is, if I'm in front, do I need to count the laps. It are 3 laps. If we still have like 2 laps to go, it's maybe better to let another car pass again, stay behind him, and only get into his slipstream. You have to go really at the right moments. Try to slingshot past him just before the finish line. The alternative is just getting in front and trying to block each car that is trying to overtake you from your slipstream, but that is quite tricky because they will bump you off track as well. I'm not sure what to do, but it's really fun that it does really make a difference using a different gearbox. It's a totally different discipline of racing, this, which is really fun. The variety. Here, I'm getting nice little bumps from the rear. How am I connecting to the pack up fronts? We lost the connection. Yeah, I don't see that happening anymore. Alright, here we go, no more kidding around. I think also each time you get out of the race, the grid randomizes. I think we now have a very quick grid up front, or cars up front. Quicker than previously, I think. Because they're basically a goner. Unless I can be behind that blue car, that's crazy quick. Alright, I'm staying to the right, letting the blue car pass. Alright, now he's not passing. Ah, there he is. Last lap. Alright, that back up front in this race is just crazy. It's probably that Celine that is super quick. Alright, I will try it one more time, but it seems unwinnable. Then I will just quit the race and get into it again to randomize the starting fields, because this is not winnable. It seems. Unless we hook up earlier. Fuck that shit. It's a little bit random. How did they suddenly get by that quickly? All of them. Yeah, fuck me. I must not forget to shift up. Me. Nice! So you see, it can, yeah, it's a bit random, but you can have just a good run. So we won it without really upgrading the car as regards to power or anything. Only thing we did was a bit more top speeds. Very nice. Really like those, again, those races where you are a little bit underpowered and it's still possible. Oh, fuck me. I wanted to watch the replay actually. Now it's gone forever. Alright, Nurburg Ring, Grand Prix layouts. Yeah, maybe for this one it's good to reduce it a bit, the gearbox, because there's not that long of a straight here. There are quite some corners, although there is a straight, but still think we can lose a little bit of top speed. So we go to defaults. And then shall we do 300? Yes, let's just do 300, should be enough. Alright, traction control off. Here we go. I don't really like the course, but it is what it is. The track layouts, this one. I like the Nordschleife, that's one of my favorite tracks. With Spa and Laguna Seca and Tsukuba. But these modern F1 tracks, I really don't like. That was my mistake. Sorry for smashing into your very cool Aston Martin. And again, a very cool grid. Combination of cars. Although I do find, personally, I would like it if there would be a bit more consistency as the era. So do it from the 90s till the 2000, early 2000 to 2010s. Because now we're also in a, I don't know what it is, 2008 or 10, 430 Scuderia. We're racing against the Countach out of the 80s. Yeah, that's, to me, it gets me a little bit out of the immersion. On the other hand, you can also argue these are no restriction races, so it could just be a wildly tuned Countach, and hence it can still keep up with much more modern cars. So that is how I see it, but still, I would have liked that Countach to be in a field with contemporaries of itself. What the hell? It's super annoying. Why are my brakes worse than a Vantage from, I don't know, the 90s or the 80s or the 90s, I mean. Too bad that the sound in this car, it's really not that high-pitched whining. That you would expect. Oh man, I hate this track so much actually. These corners are so bad. You're constantly fighting understeer. It's terrible. Now I remember again why I don't like this track. It is terrible, this layout. Absolutely atrocious track. How anybody can think this is a nice layout, it's beyond me. Absolutely fucking beyond me. Alright, I need a break. I'm getting all my... I also had some license tests here, but also a race in GT7 in the Ford GT40, which was also, I think, underpowered, or at least I was driving with all the assists off. It was a terrible, difficult race, but it was also the full Nürburgring, but with this GP layout included. I've played it for such a long time and it never clicked with me, and I'm now feeling all the frustrations from that just rising back up. I really need, and also I've been playing for quite a long time, but god damn it, this track, how can you pay somebody to, especially those first couple of corners. I don't understand how you can pay somebody to draw a track like that. It's really not that hard. Every original track in this game is a thrill to ride, to drive. The Spa-Francorchamps, almost every corner is fun. Laguna Seca, fun, although it also has a couple of annoying corners, I find. it is just not hard to make corners exhilarating. Instead of very slow, very long corners, way too long, where you're constantly fighting understeer and you're waiting and you're waiting. Can I already get on the power? No. Continue, 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 continue. And then slowly you can get on the power and then immediately another one of those corners. But now the other way around. Off the throttle, wait, 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 wait. Can we get on the throttle? Yes, you can. And then a little bit of a small straight and again a super long slow corner. It is there is no variety. It's terrible track design. Sorry, that was my rant on these modern tracks. And this is not even the worst offender. For me, it is Barcelona. That track is absolutely ridiculously designed. Especially also the last section of that GP layout, whatever it is, with all kinds of chicanes and like 10 super slow corners in a row. It is unbelievable. And then there's probably some guy walking around patting himself on the shoulder, bragging all around like, yes, I'm a track designer for F1 tracks. And I'm getting paid like hundred thousands of euros or dollars, whatever, to design these tracks. Or maybe probably it's a company and it will be in the millions or the tens of millions. It is retarded. The game developers at Polyphony Digital do a better job of designing tracks without any formal tutorage or education on it. They do a much better job than people that design the what's this? The Noordslijf GP layout and the Catalunya Barcelona track. It's just the world upside down, I would say. Anyways, that really was the end of my rant. I will do a very little break and then we will just continue like never happened and try to win this race. We'll be back in a sec. Alright, sorry for my rant just now, but it is just these tracks, I don't understand them. Here we go. Like nothing ever happened. Yeah, those other cars must be tuned. It makes no sense that an old Aston Martin has better brakes and same acceleration as a low-geared F430 Scuderia. But yeah, that is also what I said. These are tuned cars. Otherwise, the Countach at the back over there would not be competitive. Oh my god, these corners fuck it so hard. The understeer that you're fighting. Here, this is what I mean. The understeer, the waiting until you're through these corners. It is so annoying. And I must say, this car understeers way too much. It feels, it's extremely frustrating to drive this, especially when these cars in front seem to do it with so much ease. God damn it, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one, I think. Oh my fucking god. I need to find my own braking spots. Don't go with other cars with their braking points. This car feels like on ice. It's probably because I'm on hard tires or something. normally I really don't want to do it, like upgrading my car to be able to win a race. So we're driving against a Shen, an Enzo, and I think a GT40 at front. Yeah, I can try and just become better, but it feels on ice. So I'm really thinking like, okay, maybe I will just take sport medium tires. One great better tire or stickier tires than these hard tires. It really, this car is understeering, it slides all over the place. Maybe that's also because I have traction control turned off, but it is a handful, and it is not only a couple of corners, it's the full track where you basically are fighting the car in the track. I don't see how I'm winning this, honestly. Although, yeah, it's also, of course, practice makes perfect. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Oh my god, sorry, but I really would like to win it in the underdog car stock. But that's going to take hours, I'm afraid. Also not that the AI it's not like the AI is super slow somewhere. So hard. Fuck this race so flipping hard. Oh my god. Alright, I don't do this often, but fuck this shit. This is unwinnable. We are going with one tire type softer. It's still not racing or anything, but hopefully it will keep the car a little bit better on the tarmac, because this is just crazy. Sorry. god. Alright, extremely annoying, but I do think it is winnable if I just if I'm more consistent, and maybe also catch them all at the start and then just keep them behind me. So yeah, I'm gonna try and win it this way. It's still very challenging, but at least the car is a bit more sticky compared to the hard tires. I mean, I almost finished second, I think. So that's already a testament that it's going better. God damn it, in the first place car is just getting further and further away. Right, at least second place, but goddamn it, this is a hard one. This is a extremely hard one. So you really need to have that one lap where maybe something weird happens or something. If I put soft tires on the car, I'm sure I will be winning quite easily, but that's also not what you want. We are here for the challenge as well, trying to become better drivers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Understeer. Understeer. Those corners. Those corners that are way too long, like this one. It's like they're trolling the race drivers. The track designers. They're really like trolling. Here, this one as well. Fuck this corner, man. Fuck this corner. Fuck it so hard. This one as well. Fuck all these corners. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. Right, I do think they're over there a little bit slower. Oh my god, fuck that corner so hard. Fuck it so hard. And this one as well. Go fuck yourself. Oh, fuck it so fucking hard, man. Fuck it so fucking hard. Fuck this fucking track so hard. Fuck it so fucking hard. Fuck me. Almost won it. Fucking hell. Right, so it is possible with... Fuck me, man. Fuck this race. How much PP do we have now? 498. Oh no, 547. That's weird, because didn't we have more before? So this doesn't change your PP rating, which makes no sense. From sport hard to sport medium. I guess you should have more performance points, but yeah, apparently not. Alright, I do think it's possible, we just have to persevere. Here we go. Fucking hell. I really have the wrong braking point. That's really important to have the correct braking point here. Oh my god, this fucking corner, man. Fuck, it's so fucking hard. Oh my fucking god. The thing is, if it would be a fun track, I wouldn't mind that much. But I hate this track. Or hate is a big word. It's not as bad as Barcelona, but still. It are these. Oh, fuck me, man. Fuck me. Your left rear wheel tire getting stuck in the dirt and you are not accelerating out of the corner. It are these fucking retarded corners. All these corners are too long. There is no exit. Maybe this straight section is the only bit that is slightly approaching enjoyment. But that's like 5% of the whole track. It is absolutely retarded. Right, it's not clean, but fuck it. I just want to get this over with. Oh my god, fuck this fucking race. Oh my god, fuck it so fucking hard, man. Fuck it so fucking hard. Fuck this fucking track. Alright, finally, fuck this fucking race. God damn it, sorry for all my ranting and raving, but I really was not looking forward to having to do this for another 2 or 3 hours. I already feel a little bit like a cheater that I'm using the medium tires instead of the default hards, but yeah, it really was not doable on the hard, so actually I don't mind that much. And we were racing against the Shen, the Enzo and the Ford GT, and we were ourselves 547. So it is Shen, GT, Fords and Enzo, and we were at 547. So I'm just going to check in how it was performance points wise, whether we were much lower. I do think we were quite a bit lower. And it's really a missed opportunity, I find, but yeah, that was the hardware at the time. But that a car like this, that there's one thing that really sells those 360, I think Modena Scuderia or something, in this 430. And that is really that V8 and totally stripped down shell for the rest, and then a screaming, high revving V8 at the rear. And the sound of this car, at least in the cockpit, it really was a bit of a downer. But yeah, that's just how it was back in the day. There are also cars in this game that actually I do find sound analog and visceral, and they really did a pretty good job. Unfortunately, not all of them, but it is what it is. The car itself, the model is beautiful, but although I don't really like the styling that much. Of this particular Ferrari. Also the Enzo, don't like the styling. Actually has a minor dent in the front bumper, pretty cool. So visual damage, that's in this game and not really in any other of the games. Maybe GT6 a bit, but afterwards not anymore. Alright, I have no clue where we are now. Ah, now I do. I do know. Was there also some visual damage at the rear fender? No, don't think so. Yeah, this is where they were a bit slower. This little mini straight I found, but not a lot slower. The car actually felt pretty dynamic under braking. The rear is sliding around a bit. The physics are pretty well done, I find. Don't really know whether GT7 has such a drastic improvement compared to this. Although the suspension model in GT6 apparently is better, and I test drove it very briefly, and it's indeed a little bit more progressive. That's probably transferred over to GT7, I guess. But yeah, the driving model in GT5 is perfectly fine, if you ask me. And again, the types of cars in this game, it's so much more fun than GT7. And honestly, I find it better looking. I cannot help it. Even if there's more detail in GT7, these replays, they look more real. Simple as that. Less cartoony, less oversaturated, less fake sunlight reflection screen effect, which is absolutely overused in GT7. Gets me totally out of the immersion. Color tone in this game is just perfect. Really believable. And then you don't need all the resolution and all the details. If it's just a coherent, believable picture as a whole, I think it's much more important than individual parts. While this game of course also has a lot of detail already. So it's not like it's totally without detail at all. Especially these premium cars, they look, in my view, just as good as the ones in GT7. Maybe a little bit less, but not noticeable. Only if you really start to look for details, like in the interior, etc. But yeah, how often do you do that? Anyways, finally, a well ending, good ending. Took a bit of effort, but here we are. Supercar Festival in the pockets. Next one will be nice, one May Cup. I like those. Lupo Cup. Volkswagen Lupo 02, 01, 00 or 03. So any Lupo. Here, I do have one already, nice. This is the, how much PP? 371. Yeah, but then I will be majorly overpowered, I guess. Ah, no, they are all in that car, or in the 2000 version. Yeah, so it's fine. I'm just gonna take this car. I don't need to be underpowered in each and every race. By the way, let's see how underpowered we were. And of course, that is assuming if I look in the dealership, those cars aren't even in the dealership, so I have to wait for them to pop up in the used car dealership to see their PP by default, but hopefully they're also in this list, the tuned version. So we have the Enzo here, Ferrari, that's 584. We were at 547, so we're basically 40 pp less. The Cadillac Cheyenne, 584 as well. And then we were driving against the Ford GT, 594. Yeah, so it's basically we were 50/40-ish pp less. It felt like more actually, but yeah. I do like it. These races really are a challenge. The game doesn't give you anything for free. Alright, we have a car for the next race. Let's see if we get any reward. Yes, Maserati Gran Turismo S 2008. Alright, we still have to read the description of the 430. And then we will mark it as done. Beautiful model, or at least the detail of this premium model. No jaggies, lots of detail, just amazing. In the Frankfurt Motor Show of September 2007, a high-performance version of Ferrari's V8 series, the F430, was announced. Named the F430 Scuderia, it was basically the successor to the... that is it, the Challenge Stradale was the 360. I forgot. So I said something like Modena. I don't even remember what I said earlier during the race about the 360. Or when we started it, that I was actually expecting the 360 to drive it, but it became the F430. But I said something like Modena Scuderia or something, but it's the Challenge Stradale. That's the car that I was looking for. It was basically the successor to the 360 Challenge Stradale, which is a street version of the one-make racing machine that existed in the previous 360 Modena series. It is a machine that is imbued with technology developed in their F1 Grand Prix efforts and is the fastest V8 Berlinetta in Ferrari history. It is powered by the same double overhead cam 4.3 liter V8 engine as the standard F430, but is improved by 20 horsepower, 3.6 feet per pound. I assume that is 360, I don't know. To achieve 503 horsepower, 346 feet per pound. No, that is only the increase, 3.6 feet per pound, to get to a total of 346.4 feet-pounds of torque. The vehicle weight is reduced by 100 kg by simplifying the interior down to 1250 kg, and the power-weight ratio is an amazing 0.41 horsepower per kilogram. The transmission is the 2-pedal MT F1 Superfast, allowing gear changes in 0.06 seconds in its fastest modes. Combining a redeveloped traction control system and an electronically controlled E-differential, it is also given an F1 track system that performs combined control of traction and stability control. The latest in chassis technology has been implemented for this machine. Modifications have been performed to the front bumper and rear diffuser areas as well in order to improve aerodynamics, which have helped to achieve a maximum speed of 320 km an hour and a 0 to 100 km acceleration of less than 3.6 seconds. Amazingly enough, it is said that it can run laps on the Ferrari test course at around the same lap time as their ultimate model, the Ferrari Enzo. Right, interesting. This car is done and backed, driven and read up on. Yeah, so that concludes this episode. Next one we will be racing in a Lupo. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Sorry for my ranting and raving during that last race. I just didn't really like it. It's mostly the track. But it is what it is. By the way, a good thing in this game is I don't think that Barcelona is in this game. That would be amazing. Let's check it out. We have Spa, nice one. Monza, nice one. Tsukuba, very nice. Laguna Seca, nice. Sartre, nice. Nürburgring, nice. Nürburgring F1 or GP track, I hate it, but not as much as Barcelona. Yeah, nice. Barcelona is not here. Great. So no accidental races on Barcelona like I had in GT7, which I totally found annoying. But yeah, that GP track, by the way, it is terrible compared to the original tracks as regards to enjoyment, but it is not the worst track in the world. I do have to say that. I've driven it like for a week long in GT7, like I don't know, 10 episodes before the last episode in the GT7 playthrough in a Ford GT. That was a really hard race and I kept at it. So I know the track quite well, and it in a certain way it can grow on you, but it has no soul. It has no. It just looks fabricated, artificial, just like Barcelona. So yeah, I can try to see its good points, but it has way more bad points than good points, if you ask me. Of course, the sad part is that it's connected to one of the greatest circuits of all time, the Nürburgring. So it's really a dichotomy, like yeah, good and bad in the same area. Nordschleife, terrific. Grand Prix layouts, pretty damn bad. Anyways, I am rambling again. We'll end this episode here. We'll continue in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you there. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.